Good morning, everybody. I want to go and walk to the Botanic Gardens, and I thought I'll take you along. Good morning, everybody. It is a Saturday morning. I have already gotten on top of all of my plant maintenance or my plant care. I want to go for a walk and I want to take you along. Now, it has been a pretty crazy week, end of financial year, so I spent way too much time in front of computers all week long. So today I really want to go outside, be in the sun, fresh air, enjoy nature. Also, it's 1 July, at work we're starting a step challenge, so I want to get my steps up to make sure I don't let my team down. And I've been thinking about making that sort of content for a long time. I absolutely love Sydney. I think we have some of the most amazing walks over here, and it's a great mix between nature and city. And it brings me so much joy just going for walks. So I thought, if it brings me joy, maybe I can take you along and you'll enjoy it as well. And at the same time, it's a great way for me to find inspiration when it comes to plants for my garden. Today I want to walk to the Botanic Gardens, which is, I think it's about 6 kilometers away. And I just want to show you all of the plants that I kind of find along the way, and obviously over there as well, because that area should have pretty similar weather conditions to myself. So I feel like anything that I see along the way would be a good inspiration for my garden. So I can, start collecting some inspiration and then make decisions before spring. You can't come, unfortunately, but we're filming in 4K now. I think everybody can see your cat hair. So you'll be with us regardless. Anyway, let's get going. Alrighty, this is like a local park, not far away from where I live. Loving the autumn leaves. It is also a graveyard, so probably not everybody's cup of tea, but I wanted to show you all of these monsteras. Look at that. And they're climbing up the trees over there. So many monsteras everywhere. So I just wanted to show you, if they can survive over here in the park, they can survive a kilometer down the road in my backyard, right? It is also a dog park, so that is amazing. Look at these, there's some Tradescantia crawling along the floor. This is crazy compared to my hand. That's also what I mean when I say Monstera deliciosa doesn't need a moss pile. It's climbing up the fence over there. Right, if you give it conditions, and it's tolerant to a lot of suboptimal conditions, if you do that, then it will just thrive. Alright. Alrighty, I'm gonna go try and find some coffee first, and I'll see you at the next park. Alrighty, I'm just waiting for my coffee on the main road, but look at this behind me. Another huge monstera. Nature isn't perfect. Actually, I really like the look of this. Look at this. And it's just attached to a fence, so it really doesn't need a moss pile. This is deliciosa. Oh, coffee's ready. Thank you. Alrighty, got my coffee in my Bunnings takeaway cup, so I'm happy now. And the next park is already across the street from me, so I'll see you there. Alright, we got to the first park. Look at this. Cute. By the way, I have no idea about these sort of plant names or anything like that. I'm just going on a mental health walk, and I just want to enjoy looking at the plants. This is not like a tour with a botanist. I just want to see things. But if you know any of these plant names, leave a comment down below with a timestamp in case anybody else is interested. But I just want to show you how beautiful Sydney can be. Okay, a couple of things to show you over here. First of all, have a look at this tree. Like, how majestic is that? So beautiful. Sydney has some amazing trees. And we have these cute little plants everywhere. They only recently redid this park, or like the planting in this park, so it's all looking amazing. And this is maybe like 2 kilometers away from where I live. So this is great inspiration for what I could put in my garden. I, for example, really love this grass here. When I left the house, it was a whopping 10 degrees. It is nice in the sun though. The sun is always nice in Sydney. That's one thing that you can rely upon. If it's nice and sunny, you're in the sun, you're gonna get hot. But I think outside it's maybe like 12 degrees right now. But because I'm walking and I'm in the sun, it's actually really enjoyable. But definitely living in Sydney has turned me into a daytime person. I just feel like there's so many beautiful things you can do daytime. Nighttime is kind of dead. Okay, look at that. Ivy. That is pretty, huh? So yeah, let's have a chat. So last week was the financial year finished. Some of you might know I work in financial services. So end of financial year, sorry, there's a playground nearby. Kids are making noise. But I work in financial services, so end of financial year is always a really busy time for us. So last week I just spent way too much time, super cute dog, I spent way too much time in front of computers. Wow, this kid is hammering on it. So I spent way too much time. So I can't concentrate with the kid hammering in the background. It's a real drama. So I spent way too much time in front of screens, plus editing some videos, trying to stay on top of social media engagement. I just feel like I needed to leave the house. Of course, I'm walking around holding a camera, and there's so many people actually. It's a good exercise for me to just start not giving a but yeah, I thought it would be nice to get out and about, get some sun, because it also gets so dark over here at the moment. I mean, the cold is annoying in winter, but that's not my main problem. My main problem is really the darkness. So it is dark, like dark at 5 p.m. That's also when I finish work. So I don't get any sun on my bum at the moment, which is really annoying because talking about annoying, that was probably annoying, backlight. It's really annoying because you need sun. If you just get in the sun, fresh air, maybe even get in the water, your mental health is just gonna be boosted. So I thought today is a good opportunity. Usually on Saturdays, I want to be super productive, right? I want to do all of my plant care. I want to start filming videos, edit videos and so on. So usually Saturdays my Sydney Plant Guy day. But I thought, why can't it be Sydney Plant Guy day and do something that I actually really want to do? So I'm combining what I want to do, but I'm still productive. And honestly, it's one of One of my biggest hobbies is just going for walks through Sydney. I think it's really hard to beat the beautiful nature that we've got here. And I would love to take you on more of those walks if you also want to, so let me know. Okay, we're approaching the next destination and it's so annoying that I'm walking against the light. I don't know if you can see me, probably not, so let me turn you around. Beautiful palm trees. So these buildings you can see in the back, that's North Sydney. So North Sydney is its own suburb and council. Oh, my little viewing platform is closed. But that's where we need to go. So can you see the Opera House over there? Yes. So we're gonna walk across the Harbour Bridge towards the Opera House, and then the Botanic Gardens is right behind the Opera House. So we got a bit to walk. Oh wow, and this is like a 20-lane highway below me, oh, I'm sure you can hear everything I say. So I'll see you when there's maybe less noise. Alright, have a look at this beautiful tree and its root system. Nature will always find a way. That is beautiful. Question, is this a thing in other countries? So sometimes like near bus stops, or sometimes people just put it in their backyards even, or front yards really. They put like little street libraries, so you can just pick up a book or just put a book here. That's it. They just trust the people. Overall, I always experienced Sydney as being a super safe city. And of course Sydney is super expensive. Everybody keeps complaining about how expensive Sydney is. Of course it is. But there are so many things that you can do that are for free. Alright, have a look at this huge ficus over here. This is what ficus are supposed to look like. Hang on, let me put you on wide angle. This is what a ficus is supposed to look like. I think because I know what they can look like in nature, I just find them so disappointing in a home environment. It looks like it's being invaded by something. But yeah, I just feel like they're so disappointing at home when they could look like this in nature. Look at this. Yeah, I was saying that there's so many things that you can do in Sydney that are for free. So yes, it is expensive. Rent is expensive, for example. But I spend a lot of time at home. Like, rent is actually the money best spent for me. I think it makes so much more sense to spend money on a nice place where you feel comfortable and you're happy to be home, because that's where you will spend most time. Alright, look at these. We've got some bird's nest ferns and a sea of Monstera deliciosa down there. And that, my friends, I don't think you can really see it well, that's a fiddly fig in nature, Ficus lyrata. That's what they're supposed to look like, not like those sad little one stem plants at home. Can you see this tree there? That's a Ficus lyrata. A fiddly fig. Just enjoying its best life. Sorry, I only bought the wide angle lens. I didn't expect me to have to zoom that much. And down there, some alocasias as well. Beautiful. Alrighty, let's keep going. We're getting really close to a park that honestly has like the nicest trees in it ever. And this area of Sydney is also known for the jacarandas. So all of these trees on the side of the road, they are jacarandas. And jacarandas have like these beautiful purple flowers in October, November usually. So definitely still have to work on my vlog game, and I need to remember to not get hit by a car. But yeah, when the jacaranda season is on, I'm definitely gonna show you around. I know a few good spots in Sydney. It's probably one of my favorite times of the year. Actually, it is my favorite time of the year because it's just like spring is hitting us, days are getting longer, things are in bloom. That is just perfect. All right, we're getting really close to some of my favorite trees. Look at this. Some sort of Dracaena with a huge stomatophyllum that has started taking over. Also a lot of stomatophyllums all over Sydney, always. Beautiful, look at that. And there's more here. Some agave and some more huge stomatophyllums. Beautiful. So remember North Sydney skyscrapers, they're there now. And the harbour would be this way. Alright, I made it to the other side. Look at these stomatophyllum xanadus. And look at the trees in the back. So beautiful. Some cordyline, I think they are. All beautiful trees in the back. Look at all these stomatophyllums. By the way, I have no idea how slow I need to walk for you to actually enjoy this, but I'm a fast walker, so yeah, I suppose it is a learning curve for me as well. Alright, look at these beautiful trees and a lot more bird's nest ferns. All the spores in the back. Some Caletheia sabrinas. I don't think I need to go to the Botanic Gardens anymore. This is it, right? This is even better. Some huge spathiphyllum. Yes, it's a mouthful. Alrighty, let's keep going. So we are heading into a suburb called Kirribilli, which is, you've probably all seen, if you've ever seen like the Sydney New Year's Eve fireworks, you would have probably seen footage from the vantage point of Kirribilli. So it's right near the harbour, beautiful, beautiful suburb, very old suburb. Very expensive suburb, like unaffordable, but it's beautiful to go for a walk, have a coffee, so on. Actually, no more coffee, I already need to pee. What am I going to do with the camera while I go pee? I don't want to take it into the bathroom with me, because that's awkward. Oh, look at this. Look at this tree. Its roots. Okay, I'll turn you off because you can probably only hear road noise. That's the only annoying thing. It's so beautiful. But on this side, not so much. Anyway, I'll see you soon. Alright, we made it to the destination. And I'm getting a little sweaty. It is definitely warm today. So. Well, I mean the destination, I haven't actually arrived at the gardens, but these are just the steps to the Harbour Bridge. And obviously there's a big road crossing the Harbour Bridge, and I have remembered to put my deck hat on, which I forgot the whole way through. So I hope the audio before was okay. Well, it's probably not, specifically given how loud these cars are. Oh, there's trains as well. It's all happening. but the view is worth it. Alrighty my friends, it is really windy and on the wide angle makes it look like it's so far away, but it's not. So we just need to go there behind the Opera House, the gardens, and this is Sydney Harbour. And I came from there somewhere. Oh my god, it is so windy on this bloody bridge. I'm crying. It's just so I bought sunnies. Really, really cold headwind. But the sun is nice and warm, so I'm freezing, but I'm sweating. That's exactly how you get sick. But how beautiful is the view? Oh my god, I found a corner without the wind. So nice. Alright, let me show you. So, hard to see. That's the bridge. And then here we've got the harbour. Sydney Opera House. And then on this side, we've got the rocks down below, which is one of Sydney's oldest suburbs. We've got the city over here, and then the Botanic Gardens is there in the middle between the Opera House and the city. So that's where we're heading. Look at that, beautiful day out on the harbour, lots of boats. But I'm super motion sick, so no boats for me. I'll insert a video of this amazing drone show I saw the other day, and I took the video from this rooftop. I told you before, Sydney is definitely not like a party city. Not too much to do at night time, but we do put on a good show. We do good fireworks, we do nice drone shows. And I know it's not good for the environment, but it's nice, so let me enjoy it. Here we go, beautiful harbour. Cute old houses. Very English looking. And then not so cute houses. So again, this is the rocks, really cute old school houses. The bridge. And then this is called Circular Quay. Circular Quay is a train station, so the train station is right below. Obviously it's a road as well. And it is a ferry station, so Sydney is known for its harbour, and a nice way of getting around the harbour is by a ferry. So there's people commuting to work by a ferry, like other people take the train. And this is kind of like the main ferry terminal. And it's also, if you ever come to Sydney as a tourist, ferry is also a great way to see how beautiful the city is. So this side, that's Kirribilli, that's where I was just there. I think I started my journey like, what, just an hour ago or so. It is now 15 degrees, so it's heating up a little bit. Sun is beautiful. And I just cracked 8,000 steps. That feels very little. I feel like I did more than that. Right, so there's a few entrances to the garden. You see the most scenic one is right next to the Opera House, but I don't really want to go all the way down there just to walk back up because all the noise things are this way. So I'm just kind of taking the side entrance, I think. So we're gonna see it all anyway. It doesn't matter which entrance we take. Look at this. It's pretty with that red margin. Wow. If there are signs on it saying what it is, I'll try and take a video. But I have no idea about plant IDs as soon as I leave my home. So I just really wanted to take you on a walk with me. I'm not a botanist. I don't know all too much, but I would love to come back again and do a tour with the guys from the Botanic Gardens because they're the experts, of course. So I'd love to learn from them. So I think that's definitely something I want to tackle soon again. It's just too busy recently, but better times will come, I'm sure. These birds are called ibis, but we call them bin chicken because they use their long beak to help themselves to our bins. Right, I think these are dragon blood trees, stuff like that. I think they're super cool. Oh, look at that, giving me autumn vibes. Feels so European. Beautiful display. Also, at the moment, they still have a light festival on. So these white things, I think they turn into lights at night time. I haven't been to the light festival yet. Let's see if I want to go. I don't know, at night time is just too cold for me. It looks kind of crazy though. It's like the 90s. Look at that. And I'm sure you all had one of these things when you like light them up. The ends have like a little colorful dot on it, right? I think that must be exactly it. It's cool. That's why you see these like makeshift barriers over here. I think it is because of the light festival. So when it's dark, people don't trip. There's some birds in this tree. Must also be part of the light installation. How beautiful are the autumn colors. Is it a Moreton Bay fig? I think it is. Strangling fig. Okay. Did you see all the spider webs? Run! Bamboo forest. beautiful alocasia, xanthosomas, or whatever they might be. So I think this seems to be more Japanese inspired. Gorgeous. Must be something from the lipstick family. Oh, I'm in my happy place. Yay! Wow. Look at this palm tree thing. Look at one of the fronds. Is it called fronds? It is a palm. Oh, ho, ho. Look at this. Some nice cherry blossoms. That's awesome. Pollinators. I don't know if you can see the bees. There's bees. Alrighty, look at that, some tree ferns. And obviously this tree has these light strips on it for the light show as well. Got a cafe over there. Look at all the trio stars. This is Rhaphidophora neglecta, I think. Look at this, that looks so nice.
Hi, Tracy. Hi. No worries. No worries.
Beautiful staghorn.
Family's Day. Thank you so much.
Oh, okay. Let me show you this, by the way. We are here, subtropics, at the very end of the subtropics. We are not tropical over here in Sydney. Look, there's the thing for my garden. Hectic. Oh, and I've got this in my garden as well. So you can tell I'm heavily inspired by the Botanic Gardens. Beautiful bird's nest anthurium over here. Let me go out so you can see the full thing. Just put it in perspective. It is large. This. This is oh, I can't read that tag, but there's Anthurium chamberlaini over there. And look at the ground cover, just some Caletheas. Some more Caletheas over here. Look how gorgeous this ground cover is. Oh, a bat plant. Yes, so that ground cover I was heavily inspired. my garden, and I bought one of these as well. I think it's a Bushwichia. Maybe that's a Sabrina. It says Caletheia Sabrina, so let's just believe them. Caletheas I want to put in my garden as well. Indoors I never had success with them, but I feel like outdoors. Trio Star, I put my Trio Star in the garden as well. And then look at this ground cover of Maranta over here. More Marantas over here. Some Caletheia mosaica. I put mine in the garden as well, so you can tell where I got my inspiration from. Oh my god, this is so nice. It's getting a lot of sun here. Look at these snake plants. You know I hate my snake plants with passion. But when they're like this, it doesn't look too bad. I just don't think in a pot at home, I don't know. This is, I think, common name is dinner plate fig. Because look at the size of these leaves and the texture. Oh, look at this new leaf coming in over here. That's gorgeous. Wow. And these must be some heliconias in the back, huh? These tall tropical things. Ficus damaropsis. And these, I have so many of these in my garden. Well, by so many, I mean 4. So, let me find an ID for this. I think that's it. But look what else I found. All of these bromeliads just nestled in on this branch. So pretty. Some orchids growing there as well. I did something similar. I put it on one of a whole lot of bananas over here. Some peperomia as ground cover. And then this one, they named it Ruffleford de Cursova, but people have very politely indicated on Instagram that it's not. So look at this, it's Neglecta apparently. And it used to go all the way up there. You can still see some of the stems, but they must have chopped it right back. Yeah. That is quite beautiful. Another anthurium with an inflorescence as well. Heliconias over there. Okay, I'm running out of battery, but the professional vlogger I am, I brought a spare one. So let me quickly change you around and we're back. I hope we are. All right, getting deeper into the garden. Remember the ibis I showed you earlier? Chilling in this palm tree. By chilling, I mean fighting. It's crazy. I wish I would have brought a zoom lens, but hopefully I can zoom in and post. Alright, this is Syngonium styamachii, and I have a little one of this at home as well. Mine is pretty much still in this shape. Let's see how it develops. These beautiful leaves when it matures. Ooh, and I just walked into a spider. One moment. Ooh. Yeah, when allowed to mature and climb, and this one is even in bloom. Over here we can see that quite nicely. It tries climbing up the tree and it produces these beautiful leaves, but it is also very happy crawling around here. That looks stunning. That looks really nice, doesn't it? There we go, show you the full thing. Beautiful. Look at the size of this leaf compared to my hand. And it shades everything below. So the plants below don't get burnt. Full palm with Deliciosa on it. Beautiful. Look at this. Must be some Monstera species. Let's have a look if it has an ID. What does it say? Monstera. Oh, it says Monstera adansonii. And look at that. Oh, it's hard to film in the direct sun, is it? But there are inflows at the top over there as well. Inflows. And I mean, this just grows out here in the wild, and the conditions over here are not too different to my conditions in my backyard. Of course, it's more sheltered because you've got more trees and so on. I don't have quite as much shelter in my backyard, but temperature-wise, should be fine. I suppose they just don't get these harsh winds coming through every now and then. But yeah, overall, everything is thriving over here. You wouldn't think that this is currently the coldest and darkest time of the year that we're experiencing. These ibis are still going at it. Okay, let's see what else we've got. Let's walk into the Palm Cove. Get a load of these aerial roots. Look at that. Everything smells like fresh mulch. Ignore what I said about being protected from the wind. It is still pretty windy down here. Another also labeled as adansonii. Hang on, and I think it has the year in it as well, doesn't it? No. Another one. Also crawled all the way up there. No shade to the gardens, but mine is bigger. Alright, let's keep walking through the Palm Cove. Looks like Alocasia Cove to me. Oh, that is beautiful. Hang on, this must be like a white wizard, pink princess? I think it's a pink princess. No, white princess, sorry. Clearly, based on the white. There's a few of those. Oh, that's pretty. It's just a pothos. Some Cupreus. I have to say I also noticed that Alocasias are doing so much better outside. Like none of these over here have spider mite issues. Oh wow, there's some really big ones. It's beautiful. Me in the backlight again, huh? Yes, that fresh mulch is what I was able to smell. Look at the size of this. Wow, this is insane. And the city over there, the greenhouse is over there. So beautiful. So you might remember I've gone to this greenhouse for a tour, and I'll link that tour at the end screen in case you haven't seen it already. But it is not open to the public. You need to book if you want to go in there. It's definitely worth it. And they have up to, I think, 12 greenhouses, they said. Hello, King. It's not good footage through the window, but if you want to see what it looks like on the inside, just watch the full video and click on the next one at the end screen. Alrighty, let me take you to the next section, which is the fernery. So over here they've got a lot of misters, so it's very humid. So lots of ferns, so you see, and lots of begonias. Look at this huge. Look at these beautiful begonias down there. Awesome. Beautiful sheen of these begonias in the sun. I don't remember this one's name, but this one is quite common in the houseplant community as well. And look at the amount of flowers it's spotting. Beautiful. But it's called fernery because of the ferns. Wow, look at this one. Wow, look at the size of this. See that mist with the sun? That looks magical. Oh, there's even fishies. Okay, but what's this big fern? Is it this one? 300 million years old. And look, this must be the new ones coming in. Yeah, there's one down there, so. New one coming in there. I think this is some silver sword. More begonias. This is so pretty, especially with the light coming in right now. Some lime zingers. That was really beautiful, but cold with the mist. It's much colder straight away. Oh, look at that. Alrighty, let's move on. So the gardens are quite huge. I don't know, just want to show you some of my favorite pockets. I can probably not show you everything. That's okay, just gives us reason to come back, right? Righty, this is kind of like a bromeliad island. And they seem to be blooming quite a lot. That's a beautiful display. Look at the colors. And the This is the palm house. It's empty. You can actually rent this for events. I really want to put on an event and just celebrate plants, celebrate life. Why not, huh? Okay. What else do we have? I've been here so many times, but I still always see something new. You know what is weird as well? Like, I keep paying attention to different things. Like, I would have, like, when I went through this garden maybe 4 or 5 years ago, before I was like a plant person, I would just see it as like a collective and it'd be like, yeah, it looks nice. But now I can actually start paying more attention to each individual plant. And that doesn't just apply to the Botanic Gardens, it just applies to life in general. I like, I like in a car, we're driving along the road and I just look at plants everywhere. Oh, hang on. One moment, I think I spotted something. I just look at plants everywhere. I feel like they were always there, I just ignored them, right? Like selective vision. You look out for the things that you enjoy, that you know about. So it's been so different. And trust me, it's much nicer. Right, from far away over there, it looked like a fiddly fig, a huge one. So I just want to go over there to see if it actually is. And if not, then we're just walking back. At least I'm getting my steps up. Oh, look at these palms and this crazy pattern. That looks beautiful. Well, it was called palm koi for a reason, after all. I don't think it's a fiddle leaf. I think it's something different, but close enough. Well, not quite. That's okay. We'll just walk back. Look at this, some carnivorous plant over there. A blue star fern over there. I really want to put one in my garden as well. So it's good to know it survives out here. Oh my god! Look at the variegation! I have sad news. They cut back my favorite garden bed. Alrighty, this is one of my favorites, but it's kind of hard to see. I might need to go to the other side. But look at this one. Is that? I assume that's that one. Look at it. Look how cool that looks. Wow. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. And then these are all blood bananas, but they're not super bloody, huh? And I reckon it's because they're getting too much sun. I've noticed that before. Oh, these are cool. Ooh, they must be from the ginger family. But see how much sun they're getting? Which has really bleached them. So I found that as well, that if I give my blood banana less light, the red color, actually, like, I mean, you can't even tell anymore that it is. The red color is much nicer if you give it less light. Some beautiful heliconias. That's exactly what I want in my garden. Maybe not quite as tall. Like these ones. That's perfect. But I don't think it's time to bloom for them. I suppose that's what you really grow them for. Beautiful caletheas over here. Like, honestly, caletheas at home are so much pain. And in the wild, look at it. I mean, the wild. Talking about wild, look at this bird's nest. climbed its way up over time. Huge. Huge. That's beautiful. Alrighty, where have we not been yet? We've been there. I'm still always surprised about how many things are in bloom at any time in Australia. Like in Europe, in winter, that's it, nothing. And then in summer, everything. Over here, there's always something in bloom. There's always something thriving. These are Canna Stuttgarts, and that's also where I got the inspiration from. When I first saw them over here, I jumped online, I googled Canna Stuttgart, and I bought the first one that I could find. This looks like another anthurium. Huge. And with an inflow. There's also some anthurium. Another anthurium. Spathophyllum. Another anthurium. Damn. And another anthurium. And see, this is what happens in nature. Call it authentic. I definitely think the first couple of years of my plant journey, I just wanted to grow all of the plants as perfect as possible. Like, you know, you're always chasing that perfect leaf. But there is no such thing as the perfect leaf. And even if you get the perfect leaf, it will eventually deteriorate. It's nature. So it's kind of annoying because the chances of you actually getting a perfect leaf are quite slim. So bad you're getting extra upset if the leaf isn't perfect. So it wasn't really a way that I want this hobby to be. So now I don't really care how perfect every leaf is. It's more about as a collective. All right, let me turn you around. We're at like the cacti and succulent part of it. So I always think it's so crazy. And obviously this one has like basically just open sky. There's no trees covering it. Whereas in this corner you got, whereas in this area, whoop, okay, you have just a lot of trees, obviously shading everything down below. But to me, it is so crazy that within just such a small area, we've got cacti absolutely thriving and succulents, but also tropical plants, but also natives. Like I feel like Sydney is just offering like a very versatile climate. Like the tropical plants can adjust and survive over here, but also like desert plants can. Obviously within, like, you know, obviously you still need to make sure that they get enough sun. You couldn't put those in that fernery place and expect them to thrive. But what that really means is like, I just feel like I have so many options when it comes to choosing plants for my own place, because I have some areas that are more sunny, some that are more shaded, some that keep moisture a little longer, some that dry out quicker. So you can really just have like so many different zones within your house, like, and I love that. I feel like my plant hobby is just, it can just scale up exponentially. Like what's ever gonna stop me? If I'm eventually getting sick of aeroids, I might go into natives and so on. Doesn't mean that it's always easy. You still need to assess it and you need to look at what thrives where and take actions accordingly. It's not like you can just dump anything anywhere and it will just thrive. But I think compared to a lot of European countries, for example, or North American countries, we definitely have a bit of a head start or a bit of a natural advantage. Even more so if you live in the northern parts of Australia, like far north Queensland, for example, then it's like proper tropic. Oh, look at all of this in bloom and a bit sun stressed. The colors are looking fantastic. And here, Even more colors. Look how beautiful. Alrighty, I think that is it. I feel so much more relaxed than when I started my little walk. I'm feeling re-energized, and I think it's time for me to head back and get on top of a few life admin stuff. But that was a great start to the day, and I hope you enjoyed it too. Please let me know if this is something that you would like me to do more often. I have so many beautiful walks that I like to go on, and I'd love to take you with me and just film it so you get to see the beautiful city of Sydney and the beautiful nature that we got out here, and we can hopefully get inspired together. Alrighty, I hope you really enjoyed this. Please like, subscribe and leave a nice comment, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.